Hi everybody, it's Gail from Gail's Bookish Things. I have a little unboxing today. This is from scrapbook.com, and the funny thing is I have vowed never to buy, or not never, but to not buy any more Traveler's Notebook covers for a long time. But I broke down and I bought this for a couple of reasons. One is it was on sale, and two, I really liked the print on it. And three, I think it will be my preferred method of ephemera storage. So let me show you what I'm talking about. I've got the package, I thought, split enough to open. Yes, I did. Okay, pardon me while I yank that. Okay. So somehow I came across this. I can't even remember what I was looking at, but I thought, oh, I really like that Traveler's Notebook. I like the print. Put that aside there, and you can see it comes in this cellophane wrap and in this box. Isn't that the prettiest print, though? I just love that style. This is by Echo Park Paper Company. And what I did, I followed a link to it, but then on the site you can also just look up Traveler's Notebooks, and they had a bunch that were on sale. And so I played around with it. I didn't order it the first time I looked at it, so that was a plus for me. I held off just a little bit on being impulsive. And then a few days later, I decided, yeah, I think I'll go ahead and get this. It says touch and feel here. It's like a slick vinyl cover. But it's, well, it looks fabric-y, but it's not. So I said fabric, and it's not really a fabric cover. Here I am struggling with packaging again. Anyway, so a couple days ago, I showed you this, and you can see I am drawn towards these kinds of flowers, whatever that style is. That does appeal to me. I really like this. I showed this the other day. I kind of put this together as an ephemera storage DIY thing, all the stuff I already had at home. And it's not a bad idea. It really isn't. I think it works pretty well. I have it in my cart where I journal. But you can see it does stuff like this, and it's a little bit awkward or unwieldy or something. And so I'm not sure long term how much I'm going to like that setup. So I was thinking, all right, play around with the Traveler's Notebooks that I have, and then I'm like, no, I don't really want to do that because I already have them designated, doing a certain job, and to rearrange all that just kind of seems like a headache to me. So gosh, this is like embarrassing. There we go. They really have it wrapped quite well. This looks like a little journal waiting to happen. Okay, so I took the measurements. I looked at it. It seemed like it was a little bit wider than a basic standard Traveler's Notebook. And I thought that would be good for ephemera, gosh, I can't say that word today, storage. I had bought these the other day from Amazon. Let me set all this stuff off to the side and see. Anyway, because I was thinking I wanted to make a little ephemera pouch for the purpose of storing just the stuff I use kind of on a daily basis with my journal, so it would be handy. But anyway, so I really did love this. It really caught my attention, and it looked like a print I would enjoy using. And it comes with this cool little book on all sorts of other stuff that you'll just have to buy. Like I already see this one and that and that and that. Well, they're all really cute. I like those florals. anyway, that'll be fun to look at. And then there's enamel pins too. So anyway, put that away. So as you can see, when you open it up, it has 4 elastics. There's 2 here, and there are 2 here, and it comes with this little traveler's notebook. Let's compare the size here. It looks like about 8 1/4 long and about 4.5 inches wide. So it's pretty much a standard size, or excuse me, narrow size traveler's notebook. All right, I got a cough, hang on. So what I'm thinking with these 4 inserts, there's kind of twists, so I don't know which way to go with them. It's about the same. As you can see, I'm kind of scatterbrained today. I was talking about one thing and then I go to the other. That's not that unusual. So 3 packets here, or pockets, and then a big pocket here. So I'm thinking right now some taller ephemera scrapbook pieces would go there. There's a bigger pouch or pocket in the back, and then another deep pocket and a pen loop. So let's just put these in and see how it looks. I kind of think I'm going to like this a little bit better than my homemade version. I'm all for that. That was super practical, and it was kind of fun to do. I had mentioned I had a day to myself. My husband was gone on a fishing trip, and a lot of my other kids. That's kind of a Freudian slip. The other people in my family, my older kids, were all off doing something. So I really had a lot of time to myself. This I probably won't use for now in this setup, because I'm just wanting to have a handy, tidy looking place to store all those bits and pieces. So, for example, stamps. When I get a letter in the mail, or we get business mail or anything like that, if it has a cute postage stamp, I like to rip that off and put it aside. And so one of these little pockets would have, say, postage stamps, and one might have a different word ephemera or die cuts. I'm saying ephemera, and maybe part of what I should be saying are like die cuts and embellishments, stickers, anything that you use to decorate your journal or your Bible or your scrapbook. That's what I'm thinking of. I just call it ephemera, but may or may not be using the term exactly correctly. So this ended up, of course, being a little more expensive than my DIY project that, for not spending anything, was actually perfect. But I just think the clunkiness of it is going to end up getting on my nerves, and then I'll just get frustrated with it. Plus I ran out of tape, and so it's not taped down very well. So this is what this looks like now. As you can see, it's got a decent size spine here. So I think this could fill up quite a bit and still hold everything well without a lot of overhang. This cover is a little wider than a standard. Let's take a look at that too. I forgot what it was. So I'm getting here about 5 to 5 1/4, depending on how that spine is folded, and then the length is 8 3/4 inches. So I actually think that little bit of a bigger size will be really good for all the stuff I have in here and most of what I have in here. So I'm using these 2 pouches right now. Again, I just showed this the other day, but in here I have stickers, journaling cards, and a few odds and ends. So that's one pouch, and then in this little notebook I have my cutout sets, like print and pray type things, stickers, different journaling kits. And this, like I said, isn't bad, but I feel like it's just kind of maybe not real sturdy and a little floppy. So what I might do is just take out these stamps, for example, and they could be in one of these little pouches. Okay, that's a bigger one. Okay, so there on this side are the individual ones, and then on this side it's big and open. I like that a lot because I can put longer pieces in there. So when I'm doing a little collage card, like I do that lately with my Bible journaling, because I'm working in a compact Bible, and I'm kind of focusing on doing those little cards that you decorate, and you write a prayer or a journal or a verse on it, journal a verse or a thought. So if I want to say to decorate one with a stamp, I can just look at this and they're all kind of spread out and I can see what I want. So right away, I like the idea of seeing my stuff. In this book that I made, which was pretty creative, I thought, for using what I had, the drawback is pockets like this. I didn't have lots of clear stuff. I can't see what's in there. It's going to fall down in there. And even the stamps in here, yes, that's handy, not bad. But for me, if it's not readily visible, I probably won't end up using it. I'll forget about it. And if I have to over-organize stuff, it ends up not being a good system either. I kind of like organized chaos. That's kind of how I've raised my family. We have 10 kids, and, so there were a lot of shoes. And I finally thought, I can't get them all to put their shoes tidy, but they can all throw their shoes in a basket. So that's been kind of my way of doing things. It's kind of organized, but it's not meticulously organized. So I think this is going to work out really well. Everything's clear. I can see everything. I've got 4 of these pouches. As I mentioned last time, they all came in a kit. They were not a kit, but in one grouping. It's from this company, and it was on Amazon, and it was just 4 of those pocket things, 4 of these inserts, which consist of the 3 slots, the open section, and the zipper pouch. I think that's going to be enough for the idea of something different, and I think it's going to work out really well. Thanks for watching. I'd love to hear anybody's ideas on how you store your ephemera and your embellishments. What's a system that works well for you, and what are the drawbacks? So there you go.